Just trying to tell us about the time his uncle touched him here.
Are you the cameraman for Nugget Porn?
It involves a thin metal rod. Do the math. There's nothing sexier than watching a woman brandish an axe. Putting a dildo in your bum would be like a poo backwards, wouldn't it?
I think sometimes that brothers and sisters should be allowed to sleep with each other if you've got no better option. Have you got a hangover routine?
I do.
You do?
I actually do.
Your eyes lit up then, you were like, finally.
I've got the cure. I think I have got the cure.
Talk me through it, because I hit 25 a month ago, and I've been drunk 3 times since, and both times I've had to peel myself out of the bed. Both times? All 3 times I've had to peel myself out of the bed, and it's fucking... I'm feeling sad about it, mate. It's really upset me.
I'm coming to the end of my first year in my 30s. My liver's been fucked since 23, lad. I think I've ate my liver into the state it's in.
I always forget you're dead fucking old.
Dead old?
I mean, you're nearly dead.
Fuck off. How many years have I got on you? I can't be bothered doing the maths you do.
How old are you?
I've just told you.
I didn't listen.
I'm coming to the end of the first year in my 30s, so I'm 30.
Why don't you just
31.
say you're 30?
Because I don't want to say pushing 31.
That was the most long-winded. It felt like you had a word count on an essay then. I'm coming to the end of my first year of my 30s. Like that fucking Netflix movie that's like the girl in the house across the street from the baker that's in the end of the... Have you watched that? I've not watched it.
But I know what you're talking about.
Shit. Yeah, sorry, what was the question you asked me?
You asked me a question.
You've got about 6 years on me. Yeah, you've got about 6 years on me.
It's depressing. You're so young and full of life.
I know, hope and ambition. Started a podcast with you.
You did that last week.
I know, I'm fucking shite. Yeah, I started a podcast with you, and now I've just lost all my ambition. Yeah, I'm realistic now.
Hangovers.
Yeah.
Mate, it's fucking. I started feeling one today. I had a few whiskeys last night.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sunday
night whiskeys.
Very cowboy.
I'm very depressed. No way.
Imagine we just unlocked a trauma, switch the cameras off, and he wants to fucking cuddle. I don't know how I'd react if you told me that you were struggling mentally.
Why do you think I'm sat here? Fuck, this is therapy, lad.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know how I'd react though. I don't think I'd.
Would you change the topic? Well, I'm not. If it's any relief to you.
Thank God, because I was about to not give a fuck. Yeah. Anyway, we've got a sidetrack. What's your hangover routine? Talk me through it.
Like it's a regimen. I wouldn't even say it was a routine. It's a strict regimen, and I've got to adhere to every step of the regimen. Because
I feel like you march around your house. I don't know what I've been told.
I've got to, because I don't know if it's like all of them or just one of them that works. Do you know what I mean? There's like a number of steps.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether it's the combination of everything or just one is working and I'm too afraid to sub one out. So step 1, diorolite. Do you know what diorolite is?
Yeah. If I didn't, I can guess.
It's for babies with the shits.
Yeah.
That's how it's marked.
It's
babies with the shits and 30-year-olds.
With the shits.
So basically, it's like a fucking isotonic drink. It replaces all your salts and shit. Yeah. So you have one. You're supposed to have one the night before.
An isotonic drink. So it's not a tablet.
No, it's like a sachet.
It's like a Barocca.
It's like yeah. So that brings us nicely on to step 2. Barocca is also on the regimen, right?
How many fucking liquids are you having?
Well, you need
Calpol.
You need to replenish liquid too. So
well, yeah, but
kill 2 birds, 1 stone. You know what I mean? Like you could combine the Barocca and the diorolite in the one drink if you want to fucking destroy your taste buds. But I would just, my preference is the 2 separate drinks. You get more water down.
You get more water, yeah.
Yeah, and then 2 paracetamol and 2 ibuprofen.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can double drop those bad boys.
Yeah, because it's your liver that's fucked from the night before, so why not make the kidneys go along with it? Yeah. Because, the kidneys notoriously want what the liver had, so or can't have, which, is health.
Mate, I mean, I'm not the picture.
I love how I've asked and I'm shitting on
it. You asked me as well. Like, I'm not like the health supplement king.
No.
But I'm steering you in the right direction here. I promise you it will work. Okay. You've got to eat some shit the night before too. I'm talking like something dog shit, like fucking kebab, salty chips, a chippy. Just fill your stomach, help absorb
I had pasta
the alcohol.
and then I went out last night and that was it.
Plain pasta.
Yeah, plain pasta from the very first episode we did. Yeah.
Ready break.
2 weeks ago. Vintage spread negativity. Vintage spread negativity, that is.
Recognising the history. Eat some shit the night before. Hit that regimen first thing in the morning. Stomach it, because sometimes that's
you need
a task
to
in
stop calling
itself.
it a regimen.
It's a regimen, mate. Sometimes
fucking hangover nonce.
Stomaching it is a task because you want to throw up. You've got it. It takes a lot of mental fortitude to hold that shit in your body. Yeah. Once you've done that, give it about half an hour.
You talk about hangovers like nerds talk about crypto.
Mate, I've got experience. You're 25, is that right? Yeah. You're 25, you're only just experienced this. I've got fucking 6 years on you, as we've established. Do you know what I mean? This is what I've learned, and I'm trying to pass on knowledge. Respect your elders. Pay attention.
I apologise.
Yeah, and it will work. It will work, I promise you.
Do you want to know what my hangover routine was?
Staying in bed.
Yeah, it's very much like the Grinch, actually. Like 4 o'clock, self-loathing. I got up, right, and as soon as I woke up, I just wanted, I was gasping for like just a can of Coke. You know what I mean? Just a bottle of Coke or something. I was so desperate when we had nothing in the house. All we had was Vimto, which is just not the one, is it? Yeah. So I went downstairs. I got a glass of water and 2 breadsticks. Right? I went back upstairs to bed, and I just lay there until about 11:30, just tears in my eyes. You know what I mean? Just, I don't like it anymore. And I finally got up, and I thought, I'm gonna go to Mackey's. I'm gonna go get some food. All I really wanted was the Coke, though. That's all I was in. Yeah.
I've been in that situation hungover before.
Yeah, man. That's all I really cared about. Was
Salt
the drink.
and sugar are also another 2 things in the regimen.
Yeah. Some McDonald's fries and some Coke.
You need it, mate.
There.
I felt it happening today. I needed something salty, so I just did some Marmite on toast.
You did what? What on toast?
Marmite. I like Marmite. Love it or hate it, baby. I love it. I'm not even ashamed.
You're a foul human being.
Everyone's got it wrong. I'm fucking...
Yeah, everyone else is wrong. Turns out it's Liam that's correct.
Yeah, I am right, because you taste... If you taste Marmite out there, have you ever tasted it? You even tasted
once,
it? I bet you have an opinion on something you've never even tasted.
I had it once years ago.
What was the circumstances? Was it forced on you?
So odd, right? My uncle, he's now... Can we have some fucking privacy?
He's trying to tell us about the time his uncle touched him. Yeah, go on. Marmite, non-conventional.
My uncle was a labourer, plasterer type thingy person. This was before the alcoholic breakdown. Good stuff.
A moment of silence for Aaron's uncle, please.
Yeah, I mean,
and that applies to those dickheads in the corridor too.
It's so weird that I remember the one and only time I had Marmite. But yeah, I went to be...
Was it that traumatic?
Yeah, man. I went to be like my uncle's apprentice for the day when he was doing labouring.
You? On a building site?
It wasn't on a building site. It was in someone's house.
Yeah, what did you do? Stand by the ladders? Just pretending you were footing him or something?
Man's just here, innit? I did fuck off.
Make cups of tea.
Yeah, of course. That's all he brought me there for. He's like, I'll give you 30 quid if you come and hang out with me all day.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And yeah, the guy that was whose house it was said, do you want anything to eat? This was like 9 a.m. I was like, sure. And he was like, I've got Marmite. Do you want to try it? And my uncle was really into it. So I tried it and I did not like it.
So when you say tried
that was the most anticlimactic story ever. Started off when I was telling you about the breakdown. Yeah. Peaked there, I think, and then tried to tell a story for
Well, we knew the ending, didn't we? We knew you didn't like it. What I want to know is the how. What was it on? Did you just...
Toast.
Toast. Yeah. That's the way, though. And how much was it thick with Marmite?
I don't know, mate. I'll be honest.
Because that's the problem that everyone... They'll either taste a little bit out the jar or they'll spread it thick on the toast. Of course it's going to taste like dog shit. It's just pure salt. You want the lightest, thinnest. You want the Marmite to barely kiss the toast. And I'm telling you, mate, savoury over sweet any day of the week. Are you a sweet guy?
Oh, sweet guy, yeah. I've got my 9 fillings in me gob. Yeah, I'm a big sweet guy.
I've not got a single filling, mate.
Yeah.
I've got a fucking...
I've
got a 42-inch waist. But I haven't got a single...
so you've been eating something, but it wasn't sweets. And by something, I mean all the stuff.
Yeah, sandwiches. That's my
yeah, man. I'm a big sweet guy. I actually I'm at next week. It might be quite an interesting episode because I'm having a fill-in next Monday. And I've got it as early in the day as I could possibly have it because my mouth is going to be like fucking...
Be off your cake, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I've got to have another filling done. I
You
had
get,
my
like,
tooth
sick,
out. Huh?
sick off eating all sweets and that. I get like I can't overeat sweets. That's why I don't like them.
No, I can do it. I can do a bag of Haribo a day.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah, man.
Mate, I don't get it.
Yeah, I actually just looked back at my memories from today on Facebook, and I shared something where it was like a cream egg and then all the sugar that's in it, like next to the cream egg, and I shared it was like I literally don't give a fuck. And funnily enough, I've had 2 today.
Am I the weirdo? Are there more sweet tooths out there than there are?
I would
Marmite?
imagine so. Yeah,
Nonsense like
Beth's
me.
more of a savoury thing. Yeah. This is so fucking boring.
I'm into it.
We've made it a fucking food podcast, and Liam's never enjoyed himself more.
I'm into it.
Anyway, so tell me more about the toast that you had. keep telling me about the toast.
I mean, it was relevant to the hangover cure.
Yeah, it is, to be fair. Yeah, is that your whole routine though? Because like
You do like salt and sugar, like I said.
I've not fucking told you the meat of the story, right? So my point being, all I wanted was the McDonald's Coke. I went to McDonald's. I only really wanted the Coke. Didn't really give a fuck about the food. But you don't go to McDonald's just for a drink. What kind of fucking paedophile doesn't get food in the drive-thru?
I'll have an Oasis, please.
And it was the Coke from the bottom of the barrel, and it tasted like pure water. And honestly,
I don't even think it's from the bottle of the barrel. You know? Do you know how it works? Dispensers. This is the most
funnily
exciting.
enough, no, I don't.
This is the most exciting comedy podcast.
People have switched off, mate. I was all right when he was talking about Marmite because, I can understand where he's coming from. But when he started talking about how the dispensers work in McDonald's, I turned around and I walked back out the door.
So there's syrup that gets loaded on the dispenser and then it injects it with carbonated water. So you didn't even have Coke, lad. You didn't have the bottom of the barrel. You just paid for carbonated water.
Oh, amazing. All right, good for me.
That's the science behind it,
Yeah, I'm so glad that you told me that now. It's made me feel loads better.
There's a conspiracy theory behind Conspiracy theory behind Mackey's milkshakes as well.
Oh, yeah.
So when you go there and they say the machines off.
Oh, it's just because they've not cleaned it and they can't be arsed. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Basically, but the cleaning of them and that those machines like deliberately break because the manufacturer behind them. I can see that you've switched off in your head. It's
just a fucking monkey banging cymbals like on the Simpsons movie in my head at the minute.
I can see it. I can see the monkey.
Keep telling me, because there might be someone out there that gives a fuck. So.
There's only one company that can like make those machines and service those machines, and they're in cahoots with Mackey's.
In cahoots?
Yeah, because Mackey's is a franchise owned by individual business owners.
Hang on, pause, park the car a sec, because people talk about conspiracy theories and they go, "Oh, are you a conspiracy theory guy? What do you reckon?" And I'm a conspiracy theory guy, because I think Bush did 9/11, and I think that actually this and this happened, and I do think the Earth is flat, and I think it's all a big thing. All you're going is, "Do you know that milkshake guy? He's in cahoots with McDonald's him." That is the real conspiracy.
It's a real conspiracy. They are, lad.
Okay.
It's fucking up the franchise owners. McDonald's Corporation is scum. And I will not...
See me at the drive-thru asking for a milkshake next week. They say, "Oh,
it's
broken." I've heard about you. I've heard about this. Okay, so enlighten me. What else? What other things do you know about McDonald's? Like you there.
That was it, really.
Okay, good. Right, that's where it ended for you. Okay.
Chicken Big Mac's dog shit. That's my offer.
Oh, have you tried it?
Yeah, it's just a fucking flat chicken nugget. Why would you want that? It is. It's just a flat chicken nugget. Shit.
You could clip this, and it sounds like we found the wrong side of Pornhub. You ever seen nugget porn?
No. Oh my god, nugget porn. Yeah, I know exactly what it is, and I refuse to make a comment on it because I want to keep my job.
Why? Why would you lose your job? Are you the cameraman for nugget porn?
I don't want anyone to know I've watched it.
You are?
Don't want anyone to know I've watched it.
Oh, I mean, we've all found the odd video. What's your weirdest porn search? Like, have you got one?
I've not got a weirdest search.
Like, what's the deep dive into Pornhub that you found yourself in? Joe, you're on like where nothing's satisfying you when you're hungover. Usually, you're on page 9, and not one of those milfs were doing it for you.
Well, I think my problem is that I'm quite easily pleased, to be honest. I never really do a deep dive, mate. I'm all about the surface water. I'm in the shallow end with armbands, mate.
How you doing, Beck? You alright? Good to see you.
That's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. Are you trying to get me in the shit? Don't watch.
Didn't want to lose your job, but you have lost your marriage.
It's full of shit.
Fucking hell. Oh,
Why, what's yours?
What's mine? Oh, man, I'll watch anything. I quite literally will watch anything.
Like,
Oh, I'll watch anything, man.
But
I put myself in the situation when I'm watching it. I'm in the room. You know what I mean? I think about what I would be doing.
One of those Oculus fucking headsets up here, yeah.
Imagine that'd be sick, wouldn't it?
VR porn.
Have you seen the videos of when like the guy, his missus comes home early, the guy's just humping air?
I think I've seen one of like a kid at like, do you like a tech demo or something like the?
Oh really?
Like what are they called? Like a convention center where they've got loads of people try like different technology being showcased. This kid's
like
wearing one of
for
those.
Apple.
Yeah. But he's like wearing one of those like Oculus Rifts, and he's just sat on a chair going like. Brazen.
I mean, to be fair, you'd be lucky to catch me because it's not a very long time to catch me doing it.
So you put yourself in the room.
Yeah, I feel like that's the own part of part, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I think I want to escape reality.
I find myself like it's not so much the porn, but I am picky for. I'm looking at the fucking room. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
like if you've got a messy bedroom, do you know the amateur stuff? And they've got fucking Family Guy in the background, and you're like, "Where's the fucking? Where's the fucking like? You know, the romance? I know you're in your 40s and you've been together 20 years. You've probably got 2 kids. You're having to keep it down a little bit. You've put Family Guy on, so they think you're watching Family Guy. Yeah. But come on, just figure something out. Put The Office on.
Like I can get on board with sitcoms, lad. It's when it's the fucking news that I think it's weird. 400
more people dead in Q8. I tell you what, have you heard this thing about McDonald's milkshakes? It's fucking.
It's a real conspiracy. Yeah. Don't mock it. Serious.
I'm big serious.
How dare you make fun of that on a comedy podcast?
I love how that's your line.
It is, mate. Fuck McDonald's Corporation.
But yeah, like I say, I'm just, yeah, if you've got a fucking wallpaper hanging off the wall, I like that. That's when
you like it grossy,
because that's attainable porn for me.
Oh, what about when there's like rubbish in the bedroom and shit?
Depends.
Like fucking, do you know what I mean? Empty cans and shit.
Yeah, put like that.
That's a cry for help.
Bell them birds again, lad. One of them porn movies. Instead of fucking crack den. Which is fine if you're into crack. Fair.
I quite like
trying not to offend anyone.
The funny ones like Smoke It Ange. You ever seen Smoke It Ange?
No.
Just Google it. I'm not going to explain it.
I don't want to because I'm not into that. That's a big turn off.
It's not. It's not as if I'm touching myself watching those ones. I just like
all right
funny ones that get sent around.
Do you ever read like once you're done with your business?
Yeah.
Do you ever read the comments afterwards?
I've seen some funny comments.
I love it,
springs to mind.
I absolutely love it. I saw one the other week.
It's not as if I deliberately do it.
I saw one the other week and it was like, anyone know how to get your dick out of the freezer? Going trapped it in the freezer. And the guy's commenting going, oh, mate, this happened to me.
Is it like a cold lamppost or something? Do you know if you lick it?
I don't think he did. Yeah, maybe.
Just got his dick stuck to the inside.
Sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Hey, people do weird shit, don't they?
Yeah.
Do you know what sounding is?
What?
Sounding. Have you ever heard of sounding?
No.
Okay, it's something that men do to themselves. Have a guess. What I say sounding, what comes into your head?
Sounding? As in like sound, as in what we can hear?
It surprisingly no. It's got nothing to do with that.
I don't have a clue. I won't know.
It involves a thin metal rod. Do the math. Yeah, insertion, mate. That is terrifying, isn't it? Why on earth would you want to do that? Can you even feel?
It just
feel like a backwards piss. Hey, a piss can be very nice. Maybe we're missing. What?
What are you saying?
A piss can be nice.
I feel like someone's jump cut the conversation. I feel like I've missed a really like a really key part of the conversation.
It was just I think I'm having a conversation with myself and I'm just saying like certain words from that conversation. Sounding, you're putting a rod inside yourself, yeah.
Okay.
So I started asking myself, why would you do that? That can't feel nice. But then I give myself the answer that a piss can be really like nice and relieving. You know, when you have like a massive piss, you got that relief. Mm-hmm. What if it's like that same feeling, but backwards? Oh, but then putting a dildo in your bum would be like a poo backwards, wouldn't it? And it's not. I'm confused, Aaron.
You've really backed yourself into a cul-de-sac of porn here, haven't you? Hey, a cul-de-sac of porn, I'd live there.
All I know is that my arse and my urethra's getting it when I get it. So I need to find the answer to
How was the podcast?
Questions.
Yeah, really good, babe. Can you give me 5? I went to see Mimi Webb. Are you familiar with her work?
I don't know who that is.
She's just this fucking girl that got heartbroken a couple of times and wrote a song about it, went famous on TikTok. And I'm not lying, she's pretty good. And she's pleasing on the eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Beth's sort of into her, so I was like, sound, we'll go down.
Yeah, Beth's sort of into her. Okay.
Shut up. Have you not seen my Instagram story?
I saw that you were at a concert.
Yeah, she videoed me and I was just fucking, I'm so good without.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I was right into it.
Yeah.
I don't like those people that are just like, Joe, when you go to like, I used to go to like a lot of pop punk gigs back in the day and stuff, like fucking.
Oh, same.
And there'd always be like a young lad or a girl that's into it who's only like 13. And her dad would be there and just hating his life. And I'm thinking like, mate, I'd just get on board, mate. I'd be fucking rehearsing all day. I'd be going on their latest album because that's what's going to be played on the tour. And I'd go and just rehearse. I'd just learn all the words. And I'd be there at fucking.
There's nothing worse, is there, than being at a live gig and you
vibe
don't know
killers,
any
man.
other words.
I'm not going to a festival again for that reason.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because every time you're there, if you're at the front, the only people you sort of stood near a lot of the time, unless it's the main event in the night, do you know what I mean? Like the headline acts at the festival that night. Unless it's them, the only people that are stood around you are the people that are only there so they can get a good spot for the next person.
Yeah.
And it's such a fucking mood
Buzz
killer.
killer.
Like, you're buzzing. You're having the time of your fucking life, and then you've got someone stood next to you just fucking smoking rollies, just hating his life.
Yeah,
and you're just thinking like,
They do like mad mixes though at music festivals, don't they?
Yeah, they've got a different stage for everything, haven't they?
No, like, I mean, like the main stage though, it's like the biggest names in it.
Yeah.
So they'll have like fucking Eminem, and then before him, they'll have fucking, what was her name? I couldn't think of anyone. Yeah, Mimi Webb.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, but literally they probably would. Like I went to Leeds Fest. It was Two Door Cinema Club and the Kid Laroi back to back, and the Two Door Cinema Club was the driest fucking time I've ever. Like, I was buzzing.
Yeah.
I thought I fucking what you know is a fucking banger, and I thought that's gonna, at the risk of sounding like a bellend, that I thought that's gonna go off.
You haven't done that already. You've told everyone you like piss porn.
You love it or hate it, mate. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's true. No
but,
judgments here. Like what you like.
But yeah, man, what was I talking about?
Festivals.
Yeah, the risk of sounding like a bellend. I thought I was looking at it going, what you know is going to go off. That's going to be sick. Like, it's going to be so good. And they played it, and I took a video for my mate because I couldn't believe it. But I was buzzing at the start of the song. I was like, this is going to be fucking mint. And then halfway through the song, I was like, okay, no worries then. Everyone just wasn't bothered. Kid Laroi came out, played a song I've never even heard. And they were going mad. Like, it was as if someone took out the turf and put trampolines everywhere.
Really,
like, everyone was buzzing.
going.
It's
like straight up moving.
Yeah,
like
man,
that.
I can't be doing with festivals again. I actually looked at the Leeds Fest lineup for this year, and that's another thing. I'm 25 now, which isn't old, but it's fucking old. Everyone around had braces. I was like, this is fucking.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to my first festival this year.
Which one?
Leeds.
Amazing.
Not the full.
You're going to be so old.
Not the full weekend.
We only went for a day.
I'm just going for the Friday,
Yeah.
because it's like Run the Jewels and Rage Against the Machine headlining.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. It's just full of a lot of knobheads.
But that's what I meant about like the lineups. It's like Rage Against the Machine, Run the Jewels, Halsey. It doesn't really like. And I'm not
Billie
hating on
Eilish
Halsey.
and Five Finger Death Punch.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Taylor
before.
Swift and AC/DC. I couldn't think of any bands that my fucking mind went completely blank.
To be fair, I would go see that lineup there, Taylor Swift and AC/DC.
Yeah.
Mate, 22,
Solid
banger.
Yeah,
Came
yeah.
out when I was 22, 8 years
Leeds
ago.
Fest, if you're listening, hook us up. But yeah, went to see that gig last night, that Mimi Webb show, and I was fucking raging, man. I bought tickets because Beth was into her and stuff, and I thought, it's only 14 quid, we'll go down and see it. And I don't mind it, because she's played that often, you just know
I think
the
we've
songs.
established you're the fan. You don't have to make those excuses anymore.
Shut up! But yeah, we went down, man. She came on at 5 to 9, and at past she came off. I was heated.
35 minutes?
35 minutes.
Are you messing? Was she headlining?
35 minutes. We booked Flight Club for after the gig for 10:45, thinking that'll be about 90 minutes. She just doesn't have enough songs, man.
That's what I
She
was gonna
played
say,
two
that's
covers.
The problem with being TikTok famous, isn't
She
it?
played a cover of Stay by the Kid Laroi and Bieber, and then she played a cover of something else, and then was still off within 35 minutes.
Is she from the UK?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's literally just got big on TikTok.
Yeah.
Done a couple of covers. Does she have any original songs?
Yeah, I know she's got loads. She's got about 6. I say loads. She's got,
That is about 35
I'm going to see
minutes.
Dave next week as well.
Dave.
Mate, fucking Santan from the Full Foot XAJ. Mate, Beth said to me, she was like, fucking
that's a bit of a difference.
You're going to be there and you're probably going to have a little man bag on and you're going to have some fucking cargo pants on and everyone's going to look at you like, oh yeah, he's clearly into Dave. If they could see you now.
Tiago Silver top on.
Just seeing the fucking... just 1 week prior, just fucking, I'm so good without... Yeah, man, I'm excited for that. That's
so you were saying about like the TikTok thing. Have you ever seen the Island Boys?
No.
Oh my God, they're like these two lads who look, they've got the look of like gangster rappers. Do you know, like the tattooed face, they're always topless, covered in tattoos. They've got mad coloured dreads. Do you know, like they look like mumble rappers, but they have like zero talent. They literally, what happened was one of them went, film this to the mate, and they were just stood in like a pool, and they were going, the song is literally, cause I'm an island boy, I'm a be island boy, I'm a be get that gun, I'm a be staring at the sun. So they're just freestyling, but it's so shit, and it's just like catapulted them into the limelight. But everyone's like, oh yeah, Island Boy, Joe, it's a novelty. Then they're doing live shows and the dog shit and getting booed off, mate, because they haven't got the skills to pay the bills.
Fucking awful. Yeah.
But it's mad that people can sell tickets. You've got the look, but nothing else. None of the
Do you watch any like battle raps or anything like that?
I live battle raps.
Do you really?
No, I don't really.
That's made me sad. That did
you get that excited? You're like
at the start when your eyes lit up when I asked you your hangover routine. That was mine. Yeah.
You look like fucking Harry Potter when Ron's dad finds out they took the car out to fly. Did you really? You were like that excited. You wanted a fucking report.
I mean, that reference alone tells me you're not into battle rap as well. Yeah. Oh man, I'm a big fan. I really. Yeah. But I don't, like. You wouldn't think it's look at me, but I find it fascinating. Like I watch it all the time. There's a guy called Harry Mack that does like freestyles of just like in the moment of what people are wearing and stuff. He does something called like Omegle bars, and he'll just get like 3 random words off somebody on Omegle and then just fucking make it into something. And I sit there, trying to guess it, and I'm like, yo.
There's comedians that do stuff like that, isn't there? Like, like freestyle rap. What didn't one do Feel Goods? Was MC Hammersmith?
Oh yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's so fucking good.
Does he just get like audience suggestions?
Yeah, yeah. A guy like held up a condom at one point, and he was like, "Fucking motherfucker, only regular." And he just fucking like, oh man, so funny, so good. Tegan Marlowe. The reason I ask is Tegan Marlowe's brother is Marlowe, and it took me a year to work that out.
She's a fucking good mate of yours as well.
Yeah.
Is he,
like, I see her on the
regs,
and I'm a massive fan of fucking battle rap, and Marlowe is her brother.
Seriously?
And I didn't even fucking twig. And we went out for my birthday, and there's like fucking 8 of us around the table, and she goes, "Oh, you into battle rap?" Yeah, my brother does it.
How did that come up?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. But she goes, "Oh, yeah, my brother does it." And I went, "Oh, right, fucking hell, what's his name?" And she went, "Marlowe." And I went, as in Shuffle T and Marlowe. And she goes, yeah. And everyone around the table was going, like I was a dickhead because that's her last name. Yeah. But I was like, he don't have the W on the end of it, so I didn't fucking know.
Oh, anyway, dropped the W. Is that more gangster?
When we were struggling to sync the audio with this on Premiere, he's a proper tech head and like music producer and shit. So she rang him and I FaceTimed him and I didn't even know it was him.
Oh, really?
No, because he'd like shaved his head or something. So I'm there talking to him, I'm holding the phone and going, yeah, so when I do this, this and this.
So you weren't even like fangirling, you were just a miserable
She told me
cunt.
afterwards, because I thought it was just a different brother. And she told me afterwards and I was like, oh, can you get him back on the phone? I can pretend that I've got another problem. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, big fan of it.
Like, how do you get into that? Did you start going? Scene?
There's a guy from Manchester who battled a teacher once and it went like crazy viral and I just watched it.
Was the teacher any good?
Oh yeah, the teacher fucking destroyed him and that's why I blizzard and Mark Grist and it went viral when I was like 14 and I just ended up fucking binge watching loads of them.
I want to see that in the break.
Oh, mate,
I would love nothing more than a fucking...
It's about 25 minutes long.
Geography teacher giving it the big.
He's an English teacher and he just fucking annihilates him, mate.
He's got patches on his fucking elbows and he's just ripping this kid.
Yeah, literally. And he fucking... what's one of the ones he says? I'm not even going to try and do it because I'll embarrass myself.
I became very aware of that possibility when we started talking about rap. Because I enjoy rap and I like clever lyrics, but I'm not going to fucking butcher them at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're already 2 white guys having an opinion about things we shouldn't have opinions about, and then we're literally just going to be
Do you have a guilty pleasure though?
Dickheads.
Do you like? Because I mean, I'm not guilty about that, but I do have a lot of guilty pleasures. Like I love. Well, okay, you asked me. I asked you your hangover routine before. I've not given you a fucking vital part of the information. I watch a lot of Golden Buzzers on Britain's Got Talent and that. Like, that's my guilty pleasure. I'll sit there and just watch like a Golden Buzzer act.
Do you just cry going and that's the music that plays, isn't it? I'm doing it for me dad. Dad, I love you. We'll always love. Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. The amount of times Beth's caught me in a tender state. Like she's got horses because she's called Beth, so of course she's got horses. And she'll come back from the yard in the morning, and I'm just sat. I've not heard her come through the door, and I'm just sat there watching some dance troupe get a Golden Buzzer crying. Oh mate, I'm so embarrassed of it.
You should be.
No, I watch it a lot. I watched one this morning.
Did you?
Yeah.
What does it do for you? Does it make you feel better?
Gives me hope.
Or does it just make you feel full stop? It gives you hope.
That could be me one day.
One day David Williams will give me the Golden Buzzer.
Oh, God.
What would your talent be?
It
worries me that you never said stand up.
Being realistic, you know what I mean? I'd be one of those fucking gimps. Like you've unlocked a newfound potential pleasure in Marmite for me, and I'll start making faces on toast out of Marmite or something, and that'll be my talent. You go down and you make fucking like Cilla Black, for instance. On
He's
toast.
got a fucking thing for Cilla Black.
And what about it?
Nothing wrong with it.
If there's a video of Cilla Black getting pissed on, fire it my way.
You know, I've seen a video of Chuck Berry. Do you know who Chuck Berry is?
No.
Old school, like fucking rocker. Chuck Berry, like dead, long dead, but videos surfaced of him like peeing on prosies and that.
Oh really?
Yeah. More you know, innit?
Right, we're going to take a quick break. What's up, guys? Thanks so much for downloading the podcast. Listen, if you are watching on YouTube, please do us a favor, drop the video a like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. It really does help more than you think.
And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, or anywhere that you get your podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. If you think we're worth less than that, just don't rate it. Don't be a nib end. Don't be a Karen. Do one.
And if you wouldn't mind, give us a follow on social media as well. It's at Spread Negativity Pod on absolutely everything, except for Twitter, where it's at S Negativity Pod, because Twitter is a gobshite, and we didn't realise there's a character limit until we decided on the name. So fuck you, Twitter. Let's get back to the episode.
Hey, do you know if we get any fans off this? What are we going to call them?
Spreaders.
Spreaders.
It's got to be, at it.
There's connotations there, though, isn't there?
That's the point, isn't it? Spreaders. We can't call them the
Spread them for me.
Right, listen, we can't call them the upper word.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Like, that's what I was thinking. We can't call them neg-ers. Because it's too... I feel dodgy just saying that.
I'm cutting the gap that you had off.
Don't cut the gap. If you cut the gap, my life is over.
Yeah, it's got to be spreaders, because we can't call them the other word.
Why don't we call them spreadheads? That face said everything. That face was, no, we cannot call them spreadheads. I want to call them spreadheads.
sounds like a shit egghead. Is that what you're going for?
I just think it's got more to it than spreaders. So I mean, what are you spreading? Negativity. AIDS, all the AIDS. Marmite on toast.
Oh, stop it. That's why the last section wasn't as fun as it could be, because we got off to a terrible start with you fucking spreading your shit about Marmite. Yeah, no.
Marmite's sick, lad, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, didn't like that. Do you? It's honestly never occurred to me that if we didn't call them spreaders and we use the other word, how
dodgy that is. Yeah. Woo, dog. That is a career ender, isn't it? You'd be making apologies on social media, lad.
No, sometimes I guess you just let the fans decide. I mean, we're very assuming to.
Our location is exposed.
Oh, I don't like that. Ever since I said that's the potential.
They're coming for you, lad. The federales are coming for you.
How do we fix it?
Racism in Runcorn. They're coming for you. I'll see if I can fix it.
Fucking hell. No, I've got to sit here and fill. Okay, what were we talking about? It's caught me by surprise. Oh my god, it's fixed. Hey. Oh. See now, hey, you've just exposed the fact that it's not actually a logo as such. It's just a TV.
Oh, I mean, the JVC logo didn't give that away, did it, lad? Fucking hell.
The mystery's gone now, though. The mystique, if you like.
I've broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. What were we saying before?
Probably things we should just move on from, to be honest with you, lad. Did you watch Tinder Swindler?
No.
Do you know anything about it?
I know that he's a handsome man and he's been made into a meme, but I do not get it.
You don't know what's gone on?
No.
Are you bothered?
No.
Spoil you meant you just don't want to talk about it in general. I was like, are you interested in spoilers? Because I would rather like to discuss it. And you were like,
nah.
No.
Anyway, golden buzzers.
Rob, watch Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah, I would, to be fair. Honestly, if you haven't cried at Britain's Got Talent, I do it more often than not.
I only ever used to watch like Britain's Got Talent and the X Factor when they got like the weirdos on, and I loved the audition stages back. When I was
but I don't really watch beyond that.
And then I stopped watching it.
Stupid. Yeah, I don't watch beyond that.
I think it's fucking talent, hopes, dreams. Stupid.
I was watching back I put a clip out about a band that was on Britain's Got Talent a couple of years ago. I say a couple of years ago, 12. But yeah, one of the lads got tagged in that video. I just removed it because I was like, it's just, don't like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to upset anyone. Like, I'm just taking the piss. Yeah, but he tagged the guy that used to be in that particular band. So I just deleted it. And then the guy messaged me and said, how can you delete my comment? I was like, I'm not trying to upset anyone. Because if someone we know, let's say we know someone called fucking... Cilla Black.
Jesus Christ.
But if I say, if you know Cilla Black personally, and so do I, and I say Cilla Black's fat, and then you go and tell her that I said she was fat, who upset Cilla? You know what I mean?
That's deep.
You know what I mean?
I'd say you.
No.
I was only just telling her what you said.
But no, if you're in the workplace, do you know what I mean? Like, so I just deleted his comment, but then apparently he went to school with the guy and he would have loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a big fan. But point being, I ended up, after I went back and watched their audition, end up in like a wormhole of like 90s and early 2000s fucking auditions.
I fell down that for like
I was watching Same Difference, which was a very, very too close for comfort boy and girl, brother and sister even.
Were they like fucking singing?
Yeah, they were singing Breaking Free on one of the live shows.
Sorry.
And then Louis going, I just don't get it.
Well, we're sisters. So we're siblings and we fuck each other. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where they were from, but all the power to them. So I think sometimes
that is weird. That when you get stagey siblings and
I think sometimes that brothers and sisters should be allowed to sleep with each other if you've got no better options.
I saw something mad today. Don't know how true it is. Literally, it was just a
Sorry,
photo.
Can I just pause you right there?
Go on.
You're so immune to everything I say that you just even bat an eyelid. Me going.
Sorry.
You were just like, hang on, park it there. I saw something today. Like,
sorry,
lad. People that heard that and gone, what? And you went,
was just like,
that's a good point. Let's move on.
Maybe he's got it's in line with that point. Yeah. It's kind of there's I think Mike Carter posted it today. There's identical twin boys or men, who got married to identical twin sisters. Both had kids. The kids were born on the same day, and they all live together in the same house.
Oh, fuck off.
Those kids are cousins, but genetically, they're siblings because it's the same DNA and shit. Now I'm giving you all this information. All I've got to back that information up in classic internet form.
Trust me, bro.
is that description and a photo, which could have been the same photo, just reversed. Do you know what I mean? On the other side. It could just be one family. And I've got no evidence.
You'll believe fucking anything.
I know, but oh my God, isn't that mad? I'm like a mum on Facebook, me.
I heard recently, which I think is bullshit, that apparently the McDonald's milkshake machine, it's all like a big conspiracy where...
Fuck off, lad. It's true.
Okay, good.
Fuck Ronnie Mac.
Anyway, Same Difference. Back to my point.
No. Back to your point about siblings. Why do you think it's okay for them to fuck each other?
I just think, like, just let them be happy. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think
depending on how old they are. Like, if it's a 21-year-old brother and a 9-year-old sister.
I mean, it's
at least wait.
Yeah, move on. I've got nothing to say about that, lad. I don't agree with you.
Basically, what I'm doing, it's episode 3. I'm testing the waters. If no one says anything about this, then we know how far we can go.
Yeah. We know how many people are actually watching.
It's like when you meet somebody and you just sort of insult them a little bit to find out where their line is. And, you know, like when you...
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
When you go on stage, you open with a pretty dark joke. And if they get on board quick, you know it's going to be a good gig.
Yeah. And if they don't, just keep saying dark stuff.
Just keep saying dark stuff until they get on board.
Or you've set us over.
Yeah, or that,
yeah. Whichever comes first.
Yeah, man.
So same difference. You said you fell down the. Said you fell down the old
rabbit
hole. Any other classics? Any other classic?
Ray Quinn.
Ray Quinn, Scouser from Brookside, wasn't he? He was in Brookside.
I don't know.
Do you know what Brookside is?
It's just a fucking EastEnders.
What Scouse? Like a Scouse soap opera, yeah, that got cancelled. Ray Quinn was like a little nerdy kid on it. What?
Was he really?
Yeah, he was a little nerdy kid who got bullied by these 2 girls. He pushed one in a pond and she died. Yeah, that was like one of the storylines. Was his character like murdered his bully?
Is there any like
by pushing her in a pond?
Is there any like soap opera moments that you think of like whenever you think of a specific soap? Like I can't think of EastEnders without hearing you need slapping down.
Mine is EastEnders. It's Trevor pouring gravy on Little Mo's head. Do you remember that on Christmas Day? Oh, he was abusive. He was a dead horrible bastard. But he just he had a gravy jug and he just poured it on her head. I was like, fucking. Turkey's not even open yet, Trev.
I always think of of Max's face when he finds out that his dad's been mincing his fucking...
They're all watching the family movie.
His missus on the wedding day. What's that noise I just made?
On the wedding day? Keep it in your pants for one day.
Oh, yeah.
Why are people drawn to soap operas?
I don't know. I can't watch them, me. My mum watches them and I just think it's just fucking sadness personified, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? It's just misery and
tragedy. It's never like fucking... It's literally... What they literally do as well, they'll take Liam's birthday coming up, his 31st birthday, it's all this big fucking happy time, and they'll just put a fucking tram through the front door of the fucking function room.
And you're like,
just let him have his day.
There's not even a fucking train station nearby, and there's a train hanging out of a pub.
It's as if you put a cheat code in GTA and a fucking helicopter just fucking lands in the middle of the street.
And the adverts are building up to it all week, like dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
You see flashes of like fucking fire.
Yeah, and it's always when they're at their happiest in the room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they'll be raising a toast to Liam, and his fucking mum. Like his deranged mum that he's not spoken to in 19 years will just burst through the door shit-faced and just goes, "You alright, boy? Happy birthday." And you've got to sit there and go,
it's like you were there.
"Oh, mate. Is your mum deranged as shit?"
Yes.
What is your mum's name?
I'm not giving you that ammunition.
Alright, I'll just call her the words I want to call her then.
Her name is Susan.
Yeah. So far.
You can call her Sue.
Big Sue.
Don't call me Mum Big Sue.
That's everyone called Sue is called Big Sue.
I've never heard that before.
You've never you are talking out your ass. People can back me up on this. There's not a woman alive called Sue that isn't referred to as Big Sue.
I think you're getting Sue confused with Sandra there, lad.
Big Sandra?
Yeah.
No. I just knew one woman named Sue and she was called Big Sue. This is my fucking... That's where I'm getting it from. My mum's mate back in the days was called Sue and she was just Big Sue.
How did we get on soap operas?
I don't know.
I want to know the classics still, the X Factor classics.
Oh, Rylan, when he finds out he's going to judges' houses. What a fucking day that is.
You're watching all the positive ones, mate. I'm all about the wrong uns like that fella. I work in the chicken factory. That's the ones. Do you know what? I say wrong uns. Times have changed since they were on TV. It's probably people with like learning difficulties and that in it, so maybe I shouldn't call them wrong uns.
If you've made it this far without being offended, then you're our people. That's all I'm going to tell you.
No, but it was like that, wasn't it? Like fucking Jeremy Kyle and shit. It was like, let's get vulnerable people and have a laugh at them. Times have changed dramatically since then, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was very... Someone goes on and goes... well, you just see someone and they just limp onto the stage like, oh, this is going to be good. Because they just had no morals. Like now I look back at it and I'm like, this is fucking horrible. Like genuinely, watching that same difference one, me and Beth watched it, and that Louis was just fucking horrible to them. But it's saying really cruel stuff, not just going, I don't really get it, it's not really for me, but good luck to you. He's going, this is fucking stupid. You guys are idiots. I genuinely don't understand the appeal, and I can't work out whether you're actually together or just brother and sister. Like really cruel stuff. Like going in, and this is.
Can I smell your fingers, lad?
This is Louis Walsh, fucking champion sex pester. You know what I mean? Just like he's a fucking wrongin', that bloke. Have you not seen all the mate? Watch any YouTube
Little
video.
Louis Spence, come on.
No, Louis Walsh.
Oh, Louis Spencer's someone else entirely.
Yeah,
Louis Spencer's like the dancer, isn't he? I just got an image of Louis Spence like spinning round and stopping.
No, Louis Walsh is a fucking wrong'un.
Is he? Yeah.
Oh yeah, proper. He's been called out on it on the X Factor. Like, there's a scene where he's like groping Mel B, and she's like, really? "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's just like, "Oh, I'm just trying to look after her." And everyone's just like, "Louis, stop it!" And it's like he just gets away with it.
Literally,
he's a fucking. He's that weird granddad at every party.
Have you ever seen the one where the girl is she is dog shit and she is a bit full on, to be fair. She's a bit of a knobhead. She's got that like inflated sense of her own ability, and Louis is not he's not a complete knob, he's just honest like about her ability, and she doesn't take kindly to it, and she goes to swill him with a glass of water, but Louis sees it coming first. Louis fucking swills it, and Simon's like, you can't do that to the contestants. And Louis just like, but she was gonna get me first, Simon. Like he's proud of himself. Like I beat her to it.
Have you seen it when Sharon walks into the door?
No.
Oh my God. Oh, they're just dying laughing at someone that's doing an audition. And a bit like you last week, Joe, when you've gone and just nothing's going to contain you. The fucking, the watch this fucking audition. And Simon is like, as if someone's come in and just gone, be serious.
Yeah.
And he's just like fucking
done the business.
Yeah. Like so fucking serious about it, and they're just dying laughing. And he ends up sending them out so this person can do their audition with some respect. You know what I mean?
Are they laughing at this person?
Yeah. Oh, it's so cruel. I can't remember what it is, but just find it when you get home, man. It's so funny because he sends them out, and then Sharon fucking walks into the door and just because she's pissing herself, and she just fucking puts the door clean. Oh, it's great. Mental. So funny, man. I've got a question. You ever had any fucking nightmare dates? Or any dates that come to mind? Or like, have you got a dream first date? That's a good question.
Who's paying? It's a very important stipulation.
Dream first date, just someone else to pay. That's his biggest dream.
Am I paying?
You're rich enough for it to not matter.
Okay. Me and Rebecca went axe throwing. That was pretty fun.
Oh, it's so expensive that though. Me and Beth looked into it yesterday. It's like fucking 25 quid each. Fuck that.
No, it's like 15 quid when we went.
Oh,
yeah. Sounds, you know.
You went at midday on a Tuesday. That's why.
It was actually a Saturday night. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
There's nothing sexier than watching a woman brandish an axe. Yeah.
True story.
Do you know she can look after you and protect you if she can lash that axe? Rebecca was doing trick shots.
Why does she carry one with her often? She can't protect you. She'll have it.
That's a fair point. Like, it's not exactly a translatable.
That's a fucking weird getting ready process. That innit? I've got my keys. I've got my phone. Fuck, nearly forgot my fucking axe, Brian. My God, can't be going anywhere without my axe. My God, like
to be fair, it is
like
just
a really fucking Viking level American. You know what I mean? Not a gun and axe.
Yeah, you could do more damage.
With an axe?
Yeah, someone pulls a gun, you've got an axe, and you know how to throw it, mate. You're chopping that bullet in half.
That's a fucking very specific fucking strike, though, isn't it?
It is just
I'm going to be honest.
Axe throwing.
I've met your missus, and I mean this in the nicest possible way. I don't mean any offence by it, but I don't think she's chopping a bullet in half with her aim.
Do you know what? I think you'd be surprised. She was pretty good. She was pretty good.
A moving bullet.
Shoot a lad to try it.
Okay, yeah, good.
Got life insurance on it.
Hi, Beck, I'm really sorry about this, but Liam, I've got no choice. Liam told me I could do it. So just fucking blow her head off.
It's all right. Joe, one thing you shouldn't do, like one thing that you shouldn't do as an activity on a date, is a fucking escape room. You ever done an escape room?
Yeah, I've done escape rooms. Last one I did, I sat on the floor and nearly had a fucking breakdown.
You go in wanting
shout at
to
each other.
escape a room, and you come out wanting to escape a relationship.
Yeah.
It's literally where love goes to die.
Yeah.
Write it down, put the code in. The code's 5161. Where are you getting that information from? Just fucking do it, Liam.
Because it corresponds to a letter and it's A, B, C, D, so that's 5. And then we go, mate. Yeah,
or it could just be because it's like written down. I think that's the code. No, I know what I'm doing. Well, explain it to me then. I don't need to explain. We're running out of time. It's just shouting at each other, isn't it? And when you get out, you're relieved. But then you're like, oh, I've got to exist next to you now.
I've done some proper BTEC escape rooms, mate. Like I did one once, and the woman explains it to us. She's like, "Right, have you seen the lock before? Okay, perfect." And she's explaining the lock and everything. And she takes us into the room and she goes, "Right. So basically, what happened is somebody had a panic attack last night when they were in here. So they've basically tried to get out without the code. So they've just ripped the door out. So now actually the door doesn't lock." So if you do want to escape at any point, you can just open the door. But we advise you don't until you've got the code. Because otherwise you're not considered breaking out. Yeah. It really ruins the fucking mystique when you've got a cardboard door that you can just open. It's hardly fucking exciting at that point, is it? Because I know there's always that button, which begs the question, why didn't the lunatic from the day before just press the button? But he's obviously just fucking... panicked. He was obviously hammered. She said he was hammered and he started to feel really anxious, which I get, you know what I mean? Like, you were obviously locked in this room, but he was just so hammered he didn't listen to the instructions and tried to just fucking pull the door off its hinges. And so I was in there and I was going, sort of ruined it now, innit? Knowing that at any point I can just fucking open the door if needed.
Leave.
Oh, mate, ruined it for me.
What's your fucking dream first date? Show me, impress me, woo me.
Why do you want to go on a date?
Maybe.
Okay.
Depends what you're about to say.
Me and Liam are going on a man date.
What are we doing?
We are going for some food. And then just a little activity like axe throwing, because I'm trying to woo you.
Sold to the highest bid that you
What do you think I would enjoy if you're taking me out on a date? I've met you. Okay. First of all, you're trying to pick me up in a bar. What was your opening line? You're a gay man. Spoiler alert. You're a gay man, and I'm in a bar. How are you picking me up? Every geezer's turned this off at this point. If there's anyone listening,
I've never picked anyone up in a bar. I've never done it.
I would ask if you've been picked up, but you don't need a fucking strong woman.
I mean,
to be fair, when you told that story, please tell it again.
So, when I was younger, I was on holiday in Spain, and I was just hanging out at the pool with my friends I've made on the holiday. I was in secondary school, and these Spanish girls came, and they were older. They had come with no adults and that. They were on holiday their own, and we were
hang on, how old were they?
They were they must have been 16 to 18 or something.
And they come without adults?
And I must have been 14, 15. So they'd come without without adults. They were on their own. And I was just fucking with my mum and dad. and I was like...
Wow. Rephrase that sentence.
Fucking with my mum and dad. Same difference.
I nearly choked on that. Yeah. I tell you what, Louis Walsh is a big fan.
And they were just me and my mates were flirting with these girls, but one of them took a shine to me, and she was how do I say this nicely? She was fucking solid. She was solid. She was very aggressive. Do you like the whole pulling pigtails thing? She was digging me in that, but it was hurting. And at one point,
just chinning you,
just digging me in the arm, and I was ow, and she was smiling, and it was broken English and stuff. So, she was calling me Liam the Lion. I was just going, Liam the Lion.
Where's she from?
Spain.
Hull.
And she picked me up and threw me in the pool. Me. She picked me up.
I just love that lion was her choice of animal.
Yeah, well, it's not as fucking sexy if she's Liam the hippopotamus. Is it? Do you know what I mean?
Liam the underfed seal. Oh man, have you ever had a holiday romance with anyone?
That was it.
It's oh right, did you shag her?
No.
All right.
No, I've never had a holiday romance.
Were you abused by her? Did she shag you?
I mean, she could have if she wanted to.
And I would have
had no say. No, I've never had a holiday romance, mate. I was never confident with girls on that. I was the boy in the corner, Dizzy Rascal.
I had a holiday romance once with a girl, and she was really nice, and her mum was an Ofsted inspector, which is a fucking terrifying, mother-in-law situation. Obviously, I wasn't marrying this girl.
You know, you're being assessed.
We were 15,
Did you pass with distinction,
and she was... say what?
Did you pass with distinction?
Someone got a D.
That's a bad grade, dude.
I know. Not my problem. What did you want me to do? Yeah, it was a lot, man. I went to we were just there on holiday, and it was one of those where I was young enough that my mum befriended her mum, and it was we went for food and stuff, and I was sort of seeing her a little bit on this holiday. And like you say, I just knew she was assessing me.
Yeah.
The whole time, man. It was just like, you felt like you couldn't put a foot wrong, because the worst part is, if she'd have come to my school, I'd have been the dickhead kid. Do you know what I mean? She'd have branded me, and I'm trying to win her over so that she'll let me, you know,
what, finger a daughter? That's not how it fucking works.
Outstanding. As soon as you get that grade, that's it. I mean, Grace thought I was outstanding.
So holiday romance, how's it come to an end?
Well, Ryanair have a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Basically, she left and I didn't have a car. So
have you had any bad dates?
I've had a few. I was just that gimp that used to... I took a girl to the Frog once when I was on and didn't tell her. That's
ballsy.
Yeah, still didn't even win. Fuming.
How did you do? Did you?
I did the right? 5. Yeah, I did 5. I think.
Imagine if you bombed it. What would you have done?
Just walked out the other room.
You left her there in the audience.
Yeah.
You had an escape plan.
Yeah. Yeah. I just took her down, man. Yeah, I just met her on Tinder, and it was one of those like same day dates, like swipe right, and then just message her, what are you doing tonight, sort of thing. And yeah, it was a Monday night. And I took her to the Frog, and I was on. And she had no fucking idea. Didn't even know I did stand up at that
She's
point.
like, oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, they couldn't really call it stand up back in the day. So it wasn't fucking, it was something. Not funny, but it was something. It was more of a TED talk.
You do monologue at the start, don't you?
So what?
I did. You monologue when you first start doing stand up. It's just literally a monologue.
Yeah.
A couple of shit jokes.
Yeah. I didn't even have those.
I like wanking. Anyone in the room like wanking?
Who's drinking? Yeah, man. I took her there, and it went all right. And then I don't have any particularly bad dates. But I did. I was just that knobhead that used to fucking, let's go to junkyard golf. That's it.
I'd love that.
Yeah, I'm a pro at mini golf.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
What we talking?
I saw a TikTok once, and it was like, take him to play mini golf, and if he's good at it, you know that he's a slag. Me and Beth went, and I fucking lashed her like fucking 9-1 or something in terms of like holes won. 9-1, 10 holes. Fucking. No,
I went over my head. I wouldn't anyway.
Yeah, so did Beth shots. That's why I won over your head. But yeah, man. Should we wrap this up?
Yep. Have you got anything you want to get off your chest?
Yes, but I want you to go first.
Okay. I do not like the fucking McDonald's in town.
Why is all your beef about McDonald's?
Because the fucking milkshakes.
He's come with a fucking agenda. This might have not been the funniest podcast you've ever listened to, but boy, did it help, Liam.
I'm taking companies down, me, mate. No, McDonald's.
Yeah, because you've got that within your forte. You couldn't even stop a fucking Spanish woman from lashing you in a pool, and you're taking down one of the biggest companies on the planet. Are they the biggest company on the planet? Potentially are.
Come at me. Come at me, Ronald. You haven't even let me finish my sentence, though, because it's not necessarily...
I'm very sorry. Sorry, am I interrupting you for a change? Okay, my bad.
McDonald's in the early hours of the morning, after a night out, the one in town, in Liverpool, in Lord Street, is absolutely insane. You come out of a nightclub, right, surrounded by piss people. Mm-hmm. There's loud music, there's darkness, you're protected from the madness. You go into McDonald's, and the lights are on. And you see everyone for what they are. You see eyelashes everywhere. Girls looking like fucking Heath Ledger did the makeup.
To be fair, McDonald's is the most unforgiving lighting ever. I didn't really ever pull on a night out because I didn't go on many nights out when I was single, and I'm not one for cheating. It's a story I tell you. No, I'm not one for being that sort of noise. So I never really pulled on nights out. But I do get what you're saying, where like you do meet, because everyone's better looking in the dark, and then you take them to McDonald's in that fucking UV light. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
it's like a David Attenborough documentary, like you're watching the animals feeding at the savannah. Like I've seen girls like in their nicest dress, like crouched as if they're taking a shit, like just scranning cheeseburgers, like because there's no seats. You're not allowed it. That's the thing, they don't let you stay in the restaurant.
No.
The bouncers shepherd you in and out of it as quickly as possible. There's a high turnover.
That's the McDonald's bouncer. He's got to be the most fucking depressing job on the planet. That's the guy that wanted to be a detective. but with a bit fucking. So now he's ended up at McDonald's.
Well, last time I went at that time in the morning, me and Rebecca had like a date night. It went well. Obviously, we ended in fucking McDonald's. Yeah, we were like walking towards it, and we could hear music booming, and we were like, "Is that coming from Mackey's?" Obviously, as we're getting closer, the music's getting louder.
Yeah.
There was a white van pulled up next to the Mackey's, blasting "Believe" by Cher, and there was this guy.
Tom would have loved it.
Yeah, mate, sick song to be fair. Blasting "Believe" by Cher, and there was a guy who was just an old guy with a cap on, just dancing away, loving life, getting attention, dancing with people, and he had a high-vis jacket on. And I couldn't tell if he was one of the bouncers or not. He was speaking to the bouncers as if he was one of them. But I don't know whether he was there for fun.
Yeah.
Because
it's become fashion that you can buy a high-vis like jacket on ASOS or something now for like 200 quid. And it's like all the fucking Twitter memes are just like, yeah, 200 quid to let your tarmac in the M6 after your night out.
Is that his pickup game? Just lingering outside the Mackies, picking off stragglers with Cher?
I mean, to be fair, if you are that kid that doesn't really get noticed a lot, what better attire
than a high-vis jacket? Look at me. Mate, to be fair, he didn't need a high-vis jacket because those dance moves were insane. He actually could move, mate. He had snake hips. I was jealous of him.
I do feel bad for girls who are clearly stunning, and then they've pulled this guy on a night out, and they go into the McDonald's and he's just fucking fighting the staff, because that must be a fucking, because realistically I never liked pulling a girl on a night out anyway, because the music's loud and I don't look good enough to be able to just pull them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I need to speak to you in a bar, and then maybe I can be funny, and we'll have a laugh, and then maybe something might happen. But if fucking N-Dubs is playing in the background, I've got no chance. Night. yeah, Nana Night by myself. So yeah, man, I always just felt bad for the girl that's clearly just sort of fell for this lad's fucking, do you want a drink in the air? Ended up pulling him, and now he's trying to fucking one-bomb the staff member because he didn't give her any barbecues. Give him any barbecue sauce.
Or they wouldn't let him sit down.
The McDonald's near me is famous. It's pretty, like, it went viral on Lad Bible years ago.
Oh, really?
Near where I grew up, because a fight started with all the fucking staff and just some fucking wreckheads from like the estate I grew up on. Proper working class family, me growing up, and yeah, man, the reason it went viral is because one of the lads, and I know who it is. I don't know him, but I just know of him. He smacked one of the staff around the head with a mop. A female staff member just fucking carted her in the face with a mop. And
Jesus Christ!
Just, like, everyone was going, "Oh, this is so funny," but she's on
funny,
£7 an hour, lad. Like, I hated that, mate. Like, everyone was sharing it around, like, "Oh, fucking hell, big up Stockport," one of them. It was just...
Fight the power.
Yeah.
It's me, like, saying bare Mackies to the ground.
Literally, she's a student on £7 an hour doing a night shift on a Saturday night, like, fucking, and he's just clattered her in the face of him. Yeah, fucking scum, man. Yeah, get them off your chest, they're dickheads. Not a fan
I'm just
of them.
surprised Mackies was fucking getting cleaned.
It wasn't. That's why it was.
That's why it was in the bucket.
That's the worst part. Is why it's been cleaning up piss in the disabled toilets and that, all that, and he's just horrible, man. Horrible. To that worker, if you are watching, can't imagine you will be. That would be a very, very fucking lucky. Like, we've got 40 listeners, and you're one of them. That's fucking.
And you've just brought up trauma.
yeah. She's not listening next week, is she? But no, it was horrible.
Triggered me.
Yeah. I want to get stupid fucking questions off my chest.
Go on.
I can't be doing with people that ask stupid questions, man. Like, so the reason I wanted to go last is because I'm heated about this.
Go on.
Mate, I'm so fuming. I lost my wallet a couple of days ago, right? Okay. And by the way, I got it back about an hour after I cancelled everything because someone messaged me on Facebook. That's the worst fucking part. I was fucking raging.
Yeah.
Right? But I went into Primark and I'm just retracing my steps, and I've gone over to this fucking gobshite on the counter. You can probably tell where I'm going with this. I just went up to him, "Hiya, mate. Just wondering, has there been a wallet handed in at all?" And he goes, "Why have you lost one?" And it took all my energy not to just fucking one-bomb him. I just, like, I'm not a hard guy at all. But Joe, when you just think, I could fucking hit you now. I really could, and feel no remorse. I was like, have I lost one? No, mate, I'm doing a survey. What do you mean, have I lost one? Of course I have. I'm not just fucking wandering around going,
I'm on his side. I ask stupid questions. I've been on the receiving end of you getting arsey with stupid questions being asked because I asked them.
Stop asking them. Stop it. It didn't end there, though.
It's a tactic. You're just processing the information you've been given. That's all it is. And he's just spoke before he's thought.
I think he probably did think about it because there came a second stupid question.
Go on.
Because he said, why have you lost one? And I sighed.
All right, okay,
I counted to 10 in my mind really quickly. Tried to resist the urge to headbutt him. And then I said, yeah, I've lost one. And then he went, where have you lost it? And honestly...
Right, okay, there's no pass for that last one. It wouldn't be fucking lost if I knew where I'd lost it.
I know what he meant. Where did you see it last? I know that's what he meant, and I will give him a slight pass. I will. But oh my God, I was sweating. I'd been round a couple of other shops that we'd been in to find out if it had been handed in. Turns out I just fucking lost it in like the town centre on the floor. Person messaged me, and then I went and picked it up from that house.
The chances
of
that happening are so slim, by the way, as well.
How do you mean?
You getting the wallet back?
Oh yeah, like what an absolute fucking hero. Yeah, to message me on Facebook. Yeah, it was just, yeah.
I actually think they're a bit of a gimp. Fucking why wouldn't you just smash the contactless payments and rob 30 quid out the wallet?
Well, I cancelled the card probably by the time they found it. Yeah. I think if the contactless had have worked, potentially they wouldn't have handed it. But yeah, I must have realised pretty quickly because I cancelled it and no money was taken. But fuck me, man, I could have killed that person. Think when you're at your most angry, in your most like fucking heated, you're panicking, you're like, you need your stuff back, and there's just a fucking thunder cunt asking you daft questions. Oh, I can't be doing with it, man. I really can't.
Think about it from his point of view.
No,
he's working in Primark. He doesn't give a fuck about you. All he knows is that he's going to have to refold the t-shirts he's just folded because some dickhead couldn't find an extra large. He doesn't give a shit about you and your last wallet, and you're putting that on him.
Just if you don't care, I totally get that. That's fine. You don't have to declare it, but just fucking say no.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he would have gone, oh, actually, there has, mate. What's your name? I'll look at the ID.
That's true, actually, yeah.
Wallet.
He could have literally just gone.
He wasn't doing it because he didn't care. He just got, oh no, I've not heard anything, mate. I'll get the manager to see if there's anything, but yeah, I can't help you. Sorry, mate. And I'd have just moved on with my life, and I'd have gone to somewhere else to find. But to say, why have you lost one? Where did you lose it? I could have killed him. I really could. Yeah. That's my 13th reason. That's my villain origin story. I could have murdered him. I was just, Beth was next to me, and Joe was just sort of like,
she's trying to like, just don't be a dickhead. I've been given that.
We walked out. I didn't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
She just went, I know.
That she was trying to save herself the earache. Yeah. Woosa.
And they're calming down in the yeah, man. I can't be doing with it. It's fucking stupid questions. Do you
know like the Good Samaritan saved your wallet? I Good Samaritaned an iPhone and then had to justify I didn't rob it. Like I found an iPhone in the street, and do you know the way they automatically lock? They automatically lock, don't they? But it was open, and it was open on maps, and I think that's why it stayed open. Yeah. And it was like a Deliveroo driver's phone, and it was still attached to like a car charger.
Funniest part about that story is
I know the Deliveroo app.
No.
Another fat joke.
But you know what I mean? You've got a £1,000 phone, and you've given it back. But if it had been the food you found, you'd just grand it.
100%. It would have just gone cold anyway.
Yeah. So you don't want to give someone cold food. They'd thank you less. Yeah, I get that.
But I found the phone and I took it back. I tried to call the most recent numbers, but no one was really like answering, and it was all in foreign language, like the text. Really? So I tried to go on their Facebook and type in like, I tried to look at family and stuff, but it was all, I couldn't figure it out. Do you know what I mean? So the phone then locked, or I locked the phone automatically, and then I was fucked then. So I just put it in the house, and it was upstairs, and this guy had been ringing his phone repeatedly, but I'd had it upstairs. I hadn't noticed. Next thing, I get a knock on the door, two fellas, and they're like, have you robbed my phone? And I'm like, I found your phone. I'll get it for you now. And they were
Holy
like,
shit.
Where did you find? They were proper like quizzing me as if I was the thief. But I'd literally just Good Samaritaned it and just kept it for them. And they used Find My iPhone to get our exact address and got the phone. And to be fair, he came round the next day and asked what wine I drink and that, and bought us like a bottle of wine to say thank you. So he was like, but even when he was like giving the wine, he was like, are you sure you don't know more about what happened? As if he didn't fucking trust me.
Yeah. The only reason he bought you the wine was so he could interrogate you a little bit more.
Yeah. He's a Deliveroo driver. Yeah. What had happened was he'd left his car on and open, and some lads had just like gone in and robbed his car. And lashed. I don't know why they'd lashed the phone out.
Probably because it was in a different language and they couldn't fucking figure it out.
But it was a split second thing, so maybe they thought the phone would be trackable and that. Maybe that's why they lashed it. But yeah, man. Like
it was.
It was. And I was on the brunt of it, like I did a good thing.
it's just
he's giving me the wine, like, oh, come on. So, like, he's trying to lure me into going, oh, yeah, I did rob it.
Just there when he's giving you the wine. I've actually nicked this. That's cool, isn't it? Can you relate? Are you a thief? Fucking hell. I think that about wraps us up, though. I think we're done. I think we can call it there.
I'm a thief, and you're a scumbag.
Yeah.
Goodbye.